Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brad. In my hands is The Walking Dead Deluxe number 52. Now, The Walking Dead Deluxe is kind of a reprint of the original series, except colorized. It goes issue by issue. Nothing's added, nothing's changed that I know of beyond the colors. There is some extras. There's extra, I think there might be a little extra letter in the stuff in the letter section. And then Robert Kirkman has some notes where he goes through kind of like his original outline for the page and then has, his thoughts about the original outline, and we get to see what has changed between that and the actual printing, which is, I think, really, really cool. So, The Walking Dead is written by Robert Kirkman, art by Charlie Adlard. Dave McCaig is the new addition as colorist, and Rus Wooton is the letterer. Alright, so this issue, where have we gotten up to this point? Rick and Carl are on their own and kind of going through, and as we can see on that cover, Michonne returns. This is a nice, happy reunion issue with so much that has gone on, so many negative things. This is an issue that actually kind of delivers a little bit of happiness with the bunch, which is it's nice to see and experience. And it's a pretty solid issue in that one. It dials things back a little bit. It does a little bit of a reminder about that zombies are a threat and there's issues with that. And then we get some good interactions between Rick and Carl, and then when Michonne finally shows up, the trio of them, and you get again the humanity of it all. And I think that's where The Walking Dead actually succeeded far more than people give it credit for. It is a solid series to really focus on the survival aspect of it. This wasn't so much about the scares. This wasn't so much about the zombies. It was how do you survive in this situation and what type of new families and structures are going to be built out of this. And we get to see some of that here. I won't say necessarily a lot of it, but you get to see some of that here. Rick in the beginning is teaching Carl how to drive. And it kind of goes over like, hey, this is skills you need to have because you never know what's going to happen to me. Which, Carl took it as like, oh, you're going to die, you're going to die, you're going to die. And he's like, dances around. I'm like, no, that's a possibility. There could be other things. But, hey, it's a possibility. And, I always think Rick, when it came to Carl, was generally tried to do the right thing. Maybe not the greatest of fathers, but, like, he tried, especially in these situations, he tried to do the right thing and get this kid prepared for reality. But also realizing he is a kid. And then we do see that here. We see Carl break down and kind of go back. He's not the tough kid that, we think of him kind of now in later issues, but he was a kid at that point. Full of emotion, full of fear, especially now it's just him and his dad. And I think the reunion with Michonne really shows it off. Like, it's just such a nice moment. And it's something that feels very genuine, and the reactions are very, like, I think Carl's reaction is very, very genuine. And it's, to me, the issue is really strong because of that. There's also small details that I think is really nice that get picked up in this issue. I don't know if I ever noticed it on the original reading of it, but I definitely noticed it on this one in that, there's a small detail of, like, Carl's. And it's something I noticed with my daughter is that Carl, like, his jeans are a little bit low, and I don't know if it's his spine or his butt crack, but to me it's just that the tiny clothes that don't fit quite right. And my daughter's 4, and her clothes fit really well, but at the same time it's like not quite the way like an adult goes. Like butt crack showing, kids not going to sit there and be like, oh, my butt crack showing. And then where an adult will pull up their pants generally. Kids just kind of like go with the flow. So there's something that's a small detail to me that just reminded me of her and put a smile on my face. So, whether or not it was butt crack or spine, whatever. But it's a small little detail. But to me, it's a nice issue. It's like a nice trying to get back to normal, trying to get the band back together. And reading Kirkman's notes, I think, are really, really interesting. It kind of spoils what's coming, but we do see some of his thought process about what he included, what he didn't include, and where he took things. I think it's cool. I think it's really, really cool to witness all that. So overall, like it's another solid issue of The Walking Dead. I always keep on saying it's like if you've never read the series, I think issue by issue is really an interesting way of going about it. These are out about every other week. Sometimes there's delayed a little bit, but generally every week. And you get the extra material. And for fans who are people who are fans of the series, again, you get to go issue by issue, but you got Kirkman's notes, to me, I find that actually really interesting. To get his thought processes, I think really kind of made me notice a lot of different things. So to that extent, I think it's really, really cool, and I recommend it. So overall, like, I'm still very happy with the series. It's really nice to sit down and reread this again, and yeah, you know, I generally know where everything's going to go story-wise. Specifics aren't something I necessarily remember, but you know, it's like sitting back with an old friend, and I think it's kind of cool. Out now, you can go get it in comic shops. We've got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. It'll tell comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage. By doing that, you help support our site, so thank you. Just watch our video support us, so thank you for that. If you're into comics, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, and TikTok, and Mastodon, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.